So what are your thoughts, Michael, on Google earnings?
Almost everything was in the green in terms of relative to expectations. It felt like everything from the cloud business, the core search business. There are no major sudden moves on investments that they're making on CapEx. The one wrinkle was in the YouTube advertising piece where people pointed out that might be an issue. But even there, if you go into the weeds, there were some similar mechanics. To me, YouTube and NVIDIA, the two barbells of where the TV industry is going globally, when you consider this on a high level, with all the consolidation that's going on in the terms of the streamers, the streaming companies paring back on how much they're going to pay for content.
Yeah,
I don't buy the short-term wrinkle on YouTube this quarter.
I would say, look, I love YouTube franchise. It's a great product. I subscribe to YouTube TV, which is an incredible over-the-web experience where you can get the Super Bowl and everything else you need and live recording, DVR-like capability, all that. I think that the issue on YouTube is the rise of short-form content. There's demand for short-form content. That means Instagram, TikTok. YouTube knows that, of course. They've created like a TikTok-like short reels feature. They're doing their best to respond to that. But it's hard when you don't have a purpose-built app for short-form content, right? TikTok and Instagram are optimized for that. So there's some user experience trade-off there.
To me, you're totally spot on that, but I view that as short-term, meaning quarter-to-quarter execution issues on that front in terms of how do you build short-term in technically UI, UX-wise in the context of both. How do you end creators on short and long form? Right. And by the way, on that piece of the equation, YouTube has no competition. TikTok is still trying to figure out their compensation of creator piece. They had a fund here and a fund there. And so YouTube actually has a business. I think Neil Mohan is doing some really good stuff on that side of the equation. And creator piece in terms of how do you incentivize creators to do long and short form on a sustainable basis. And then the last point I will point out on YouTube, especially since we were talking about AI and TPUs and Google being the biggest player in terms of scaling AI, et cetera, and how much it costs to do this. The real value for YouTube is really using the video content to train models. And that is barely just starting. And that is the biggest mother load of training data on the whole world that as everyone's seen. And the only reason the YouTubes of the world Google hasn't done it at scale is they're still trying to get compute to ramp up scale that you need to do that.